to talk about Bill Cosby's show, but you remember there was one episode where little Rudy, the little girl, she was weaving a story for her family, and the bad guy was there, everything, a lot of bad stuff was happening, and the little princess said, "Stop," and then it all stopped. To me, that's awesome. It's awesome because it's not really done. You don't really see an ending like that, where the bad guy just goes, "Okay," and it just stops. For whatever reason, maybe there's an impassioned speech, maybe there is a battle that occurred beforehand, maybe they gave up, but you never see like a person that means well, or a little child, or whatever, just come up to them, grab their hand, and say, "Stop, please." I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that happened in Fist of the North Star, the OVA, the movie from back in the 80s. Not the live-action movie, that doesn't exist. No, the anime movie. Maybe, I mean, you could say that kind of happened at the end, after Kenshiro got his ass kicked, and Rao was about to fucking just eat him, and fucking the little girl comes in, "Look at my flower! Oh, I see that this flower is a flower. Oh!" and he walks off. Blood. Besides, my favorite Fist of the North Star will always be anything with Jaggy, because Jaggy is the man. Say my name! The ego of the man is incredible. I'm just saying, the character is fucking cool. So, for this, you know, let's actually. The thing is, I have a shit ton of awesome events in my head for Planet Ark. You know, it's hard. I have to point out something that I don't know if I pointed out before in this series. It's actually proving to be something of a challenge for me to slow down, not just my talking, although yeah, there's that too. I do talk fast, but my thought processes, and to explain each segment as it makes sense to me. This is actually the first time I've done that, really. I've talked to other people about it, but I've never had to split it up into videos like this and then present it in a certain way. When I'm face to face with someone, yeah, I can pop that shit out like nothing. But this is something different for me, so, you know, how about this? You want an awesome event for this fucking thing. The true antagonist of this book, of the story, is the world itself. Nexus literally, these people are fighting against the world. That's why the mana is so hard to generate on the surface of the world. You have to go further down or above. Nexus, upon infiltrating, didn't just infiltrate the king, but that planet itself. Its body, its main body, is currently in that planet. And for 1,337 generations, it's been seeping its power, its influence into the world more and more through the humans. Literally, they're gonna have to fight Captain Planet. Technically, they have to fight Gaia. Whatever. And that's one thing. To me, that's awesome. An awesome fucking concept in and of itself. They're gonna have to fight the whole fucking world. Usually, the world is the one that's helping people to win in these games and stories and such. But not this one. This one isn't just going to be a subversion of the Devil King trope, but also of the planet wants what's best for you. No, this planet is actively trying to kill everybody because Planet Ark has long since been hijacked by the parasite known as Nexus. And Nexus knows damn well what it's doing, that it can get away with this, that even though it can't devour the world yet, it can parasitically attach to it. It can infest it from the inside out, infect it with its darkness, with its corruption and decay. Yeah, buddy. But if it wants the whole dimension, which is what it wants, if it wants the whole dimension, it's going to have to, like, literally, Planet Ark is the battleground, and it already has an upper hand in the whole thing. In order for Nexus to devour Muse and the entire dimension, it's going to have to beat Muse on its own game on Ark. So technically, even though it's called Planet Ark, it should be Planet Nexus. But nobody knows this. That for 1,337 generations, magic has not worked properly, which is why they had to go to Steam and other sources. Magic in and of itself hasn't progressed as it should. Like, you could say that the elves are pretty ahead, the dwarves, like they're more faith magic than anything. And faith magic will also work better than normal magic, simply because faith is so readily accessible by the people, by anybody there. There's so many people that believe in the Holy Sword, so the power of the Holy Sword is increased because of that. But you feel me on this though, right? You think about that. You think about what is it going to be like to live on a world that is actively trying to kill you at every second, that wants you to die and wants you to fail. It wants you to die. Yeah, buddy. See, to me, that shit's awesome. I've been waiting for 6 fucking episodes to talk about that. That's the best shit ever, in my opinion. You want to talk? Okay, think about it like this. in some of the best stories out there, let's consider Fatal Fury or King of Fighters, whatever, where the whole point of Hakeo Seiken was that they absorb energy from the earth. You know, it's connected to them. Consider, if you will, The Generalist, where magic and ki energy are revolved around dragon veins and ley lines, the arteries and veins of the world, and how it connects to people and other living things. The power of biokinetic energy that exists within the planet, and that flows through everything. So I'm just saying, in all of these, there is a balance between the living organisms and the planet itself. But in this story, it is an absolute subversion. It's an absolute reversion. Reversal. It's a reversal where, no, the planet is actively trying to kill them. So as our heroes progress in the storyline and make their discoveries and make their epiphanies and go through their battles and regroup, reorganize, rearm, and then finally go up to the king in secret bunches of wars on different levels, we're looking at also they're going to have to eventually realize, holy shit, we have to fight the entire planet. You know, we're going to have to dive deep into the world. The dwarves, that's where they can come in, definitely, is that they know something's wrong. They're the only ones who know that something's wrong. That planet Ark has no longer been the sentient caretaker and life giver that it's always been, and that for the past 1,500 years, whatever, 1,337 years, generations, it's been actively trying to destroy them. So the dwarves are incredibly bitter, incredibly tough. They may not be stronger than the elves exactly. Basically, if the elves are more offensive based, the dwarves are defensive based. Tough, high endurance, high vitality. They're very much so about adaptability and survivability, which is why they also make great farmers on the surface, but no one really knows that because the dwarves just dive deeper and deeper into the earth until they come across the first scale of Nexus. And that's just touching the scale of Nexus, they learn, holy shit, we're all fucked. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Then, of course, at some point in time, I'm going to have some free fall battles, and I'm definitely going to want some 4-up, 3-up, 5-up battles and whatnot, you know. And literally, it's kind of like red magic, you know. The more people that are involved, the better, red ritual magic. The more people that are involved, the stronger the spell will be, or stronger the attacks will be, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Oh, that's good. I do also want, me personally, another event that I've been thinking about is, I do want the Devil King to swap genders and fuck the hero, but I want it to be like towards the end, like a kind of we're gonna die, I've always loved you and I've always known about you, and the hero will realize at the very last second that he instinctively knew and was aware of this. In fact, I want to reveal at the end that the hero has been aware of all of this, that secretly he's been holding to his faith in his friends. In fact, yes, it's his faith in his friends. And that's the reason why he trusted them completely. Even though he comes off as naive, he hasn't really been naive the entire time. He's just had absolute faith in his friends. In the elf, the dwarf, the gnome, the Devil King even later on. Even though he himself embodies darkness, the darkness of humanity, and he understands the Devil King embodies light, he still has faith in all of them. And that they will fight to live to see a better day with the defeat of Nexus and the King. And then there's gonna be a 5-part battle with like multiple fucking shifting zones in multiple dimensions. Why? Because I think that's awesome and that's a badass fucking thing. I'm about that fucking life. So, what kind of awesome events are you building for your world? What are you doing? What are you writing? Is it music? Do you have awesome shit that you want to blow about? Now, maybe you want to keep it a secret. I understand. I held on to that whole Nexus is in the world thing for like 6 episodes, basically. I forgot for like an episode, and then I remembered mid-episode and went, whoops, I almost gave it away. Like, fuck. I gotta make certain that I go back and edit that other one, make certain that it's not there. But suffice it to say, it's good shit. What awesome events are you working with? What do you want to work with? What would you love to see happen? Do you want to see some straight up Rules of Nature, Metal Gear fucking Revengeance bullshit? You want to see some straight up Guilty Gear, rockin' out, ride the fire battles in the middle of giants? You know, what are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, give me your people. Bring them unto me. Tag them in Facebook. Get them on Twitter. Bring them up on Instagram. Hey, I got nothing but love for Instagram. I'm telling you this right now. Instagram been treating me good. By all means, we got the last 2 episodes, which may seem similar, but they're not. So, just saying. So, without further ado, by all means, let's do it. Let's get on it. Let's do this. I am Thomas Duder, author of The Things. And you're not. You wanted me to actually do the thing? Okay, well, this is Haymakers and Hellhounds, Season 0, Episode 7, Awesome Events, and then the rest of the history. Maybe I should really mention that you should just fill in the rest of the history. Whatever, that's kind of an obvious thing. Ah!
The rings and the chains and a rotting brains.